is quite strange, guys, because why are there positive news coming out and about when everything seems so bearish, right? I don't know, but check this out. Justin, Coinbase vows to launch XRP futures contracts, calling XRP one of the most liquid digital assets. That's crazy. And this is Coinbase stating it, right? Not your regular person, guys. Coinbase is in the know, right? Coinbase is in talks or have been with what? BlackRock and all these major institutions before they even got in, supposedly. Okay? It's being the most liquid out of them all is therefore he is king, guys, because there needs to be as much liquidity as possible for it to even work in a new financial system, right? Liquidity is the major issue and problem, but it seems like XRP has the most liquidity out there, guys, right, compared to every other coin. But it needs more. XRP for the institutional investors. Look at this. We are excited from Coinbase to announce that Coinbase derivatives have filed with the CFTC to self-certify XRP futures, bringing a regulated, capital-efficient way to gain exposure to one of the most liquid digital assets. That's crazy, guys. We anticipate the contract going live on April 21st, 2025. Wow, so Coinbase is joining the scene, right? Making it a little bit more risky. Stay tuned for digital or additional details on launch, timelines, and availability coming soon. XRP futures. That's crazy. Coinbase is really bringing upon futures for XRP, right? That's actually mind-boggling to think about, guys, right? Because supposedly Coinbase is more on the regulated side of things, right? They want to be more safe, but it seems like they got the green light, right? Interesting. What's funny about that is Brad Garlinghouse actually reposted this tweet, right? Seems very bullish to me. And when is this? Okay, so when is this coming out? April 21st, end of April. Odd. What did we say before, right? A lot of turbulence before then, possibly. From Brad Garlinghouse. Looking forward to seeing many of you at XRP Apex in Singapore this June 10th to the 12th. As we see right here, mic check. Is this thing on? From Replex, Apex 2025 speaker lineup is now live. See who is taking the stage in Singapore, and who are you most excited to hear from, right? So we got speakers. So this is Apex 2025, guys. I don't know if any of you guys have even attended one of these events. I haven't, but it's like across the world. Speakers, we got more speakers to be announced soon. First speaker is going to be, or one of the speakers is Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, guys. Then we got David Schwartz. Wow, all these people are going to be there. Monica Long as well, right? A bunch more people, a bunch more people, guys. Oh wow, Hugo Filion, right, from Flare Network. Who else is going to be there? Let's check. So some of these people are familiar faces, guys, but going to be, hopefully, I mean, if they're holding an event, guys, I'm pretty sure XRP price is possibly bullish around that time. The reason being is because if it's bearish, the sentiment will be down the drain, right? So let them manipulate it upwards. Justin, Klaus Schwab to step down as the WEF's chairman. Wow, this is, again, guys, it just gets more bullish, but I don't get it because it is weird, right? A lot of bullish tweets, but then we see bearish sentiment and bearish price action. Because if he's going down, guys, that means a new order is coming, and that order is what? It's time to modernize an NAC's payment system. They're not playing around. This comes from financial services, guys. Okay, Stable Act. Wow. It's time to what? Modernize the current financial system. What do we say? We were the first people to call it, though, weren't we? We kept saying that the system is horrendous, right? It was built in the 1900s. It needs to switch. Literally, it needs to be updated and upgraded. More so, break it down and bring it back up alive. Our time is now. Our LUC. Wait a minute. But first, XRP plus XLM roadmap to digital dollar. So this comes from Harvard, a roadmap to digital dollar. Process steps for the sender. The ML-driven FX interface converts fiat to XRP. That's crazy, right? It converts, let's say, Unisys dollar to XRP or XLM as they suggested, depending upon instructions. Then sends crypto to receiver. Okay. Verification implemented through XRP blockchain. Execution controlled by ML implemented smart contract. So, and then process steps for the receiver. Receiver user or uses the private key given by the sender and receives funds in XRP. Then receiver again converts crypto to her choice of fiat currency instantaneously or at a future date. Right, so it goes from the dollar to XRP back to the dollar right here. Future date execution to be controlled by ML-driven smart contract. The result is an automated process that creates an immutable fund transfer chain that is devoid of mistakes and is not subject to human error, right? Because it's an AI, or it's these smart contracts such as an AI god that's going to run it all in that new system, right? Improving the cross-border payments landscape, trillions. Hundreds of trillions of dollars. Ripple and Stellar both focus on improving cross-border payments such as what? To modernize this damn system. He's out. They're about to bring a new order and have their own strengths. Cross-border payments are projected to surpass $35 trillion by 2022. XRP focuses on working with banks. As soon as you work with the bank, you're done. Right? You win. You know how strict the banks are? Not a drill, right? I was actually trying to buy more XRP through my credit card, right? And collected that because I don't even have any money, guys. The damn bank didn't even allow me to buy, right? Because I want to accumulate a little bit more XRP as much as possible. So the banks are very strict. XRP is supposedly not regulated or unregulated and all these things, guys, which tells me they are regulated, right? Everything's 100% set behind the scenes. If you're working with a bank, that's insane. Globally, to eliminate the middleman when completing transactions between them, enabling quick and low-cost transactions through their blockchain network. Ripple has more than 100 banks globally that have signed on to join the network, but individuals and certainly SMEs are allowed to use the network freely. And then we got XLM on the other hand. But both these companies use their cryptocurrencies to facilitate cross-border payments within seconds, where a currency is converted to XRP tokens and then converted again to the destination currency, where many blockchains. Cross-border payment values in 2023. And what do we see right here? Hundreds of trillions of dollars. Okay. So, good times are incoming, guys. Jack Dorsey says Bitcoin fails by being irrelevant. If it becomes irrelevant, if it's only a store of value and not used for everyday payments. And what will be used for everyday payments? Thank you, Jack, for being so honest. This is so obvious that XRP is going to be the chosen one because of performance, efficiency, and the cheapest transaction fees compared to Bitcoin. Listen to what he says right here. It's game over. We won. Bitcoin, your time has come, truly.
So let's fast forward to the future, and Bitcoin has failed. How did it fail?
I think it fails through irrelevance. Like it fails to be relevant to people on a daily basis. If it just ends up being store of value and nothing more, I don't think it gains relevance at all. I think it has to be payments for it to be relevant on the everyday. Otherwise, it's just something you kind of buy and forget and only use in emergency situations or when you want to get liquid again. So I think if it doesn't transition to payments and find that everyday use case, it just gets increasingly irrelevant. And that's failure to me.
He's in the know, guys, and it's so funny because Bitcoin is going to be irrelevant, right? It's already been confirmed because it cannot be used for payments. It can, but you guys already know the blockchain itself, right? Energy intensive, long, lots of fees, long wait time, right? It's literally like the current system right now, maybe a little bit better, right? But we need something much better. That's XRP. It's been given. Going back to RLUSD, what do we see right here? Right, so all these things will combine and connect it to each other, guys. This comes from Kraken. Now, as shown in figure A below, so where's figure A? Person A purchases 1 XRP cryptocurrency as the spot price in country X, then sends XRP directly to wallet of person B, where person B receives 1 XRP in their mobile wallet in country B. Person B goes to the post to cash out in local fiat currency. Post converts 1 XRP to 1 USD and USD to local fiat currency at the spot rate. Post provides local fiat currencies to person B, or directly deposits local fiat currency into person B's postal account, right? So basically, now we use XRP as an example. From person A, nearly instantaneously, person B then goes to the nearest post office where he or she is given local fiat currency at the spot rate in cash, right? So things need to move like this, guys, instantaneously through the XRP network, right? I mean, come on, guys. If you don't see it now, how can you ever see it? We got something right now, breaking. An unexpected filing just hit the SEC versus Ripple case. Justin W. Keener, who was sued by the SEC in order to pay $10 million, claims to have decisive evidence favoring Ripple and the liberty for the American people. So, this court documents, okay? I, Justin W., am not a party to this lawsuit, but I certify that I have an interest in its outcome for multiple reasons. For one, by God's miracle, I hold data and information believed to be decisive evidence to settle controlling questions and matters central to 10 years of nightmarish chaos thrown upon all of us unexpecting Americans, right? This court document is an official notice that the Nacy's SEC has ended its case against Ripple and its top executives, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson. It confirms that the SEC is not pursuing any more legal action, penalties, or appeals. This marks the final closure to a lawsuit that began back in 2020, and it casts a long shadow over Ripple and XRP, guys. Right? Is the suit done and over with? Right? I mean, everything's coming to a closure right now, guys, right? And then banks will enter and all that good stuff will happen. Trump's SEC chair pick, Paul Atkins, clears Senate Banking Committee, moving to a full Senate vote, right? So things are setting in place right now. The only bearish thing to me is price action, but hopefully that reverses with all the positive news coming out and about. Now, financial advice. I'm excited, to be honest. But anyways, that's all for this. See ya.